What's happening, YouTube? This is Tony Pollock with Real Life Trading to give you another market update. Let's dive right in. Looking at SPY. SPY is just so unbelievably boring sideways. We need to be really careful with the initial move out of this channel. I mean, we could rampage up and it's probably going to fail, or we're going to go down and there's a good chance it's going to get bought right up. So whenever you consolidate this tight, be careful of the initial move unless it's a big gap. Okay, so if during market open, during market hours, we just start slinging shot down, there's a good chance it could reverse back up. So just pay attention to that. Don't go jumping on the first thing out. We are still kind of hovering in this short area. So this has been an area I've had on my chart forever. And you can see the bulls just will not do anything in this market. So in order for us to have a bull move, you've got to get the bears in. And it's sitting around 405, 406 at the moment. There's a lot of money expiring this week. Volatility is going to start to come in, I believe. So we're going to let this thing start to push back down, most likely, I would say. We have just so many gaps to fill down here. Retest this bouncing spot, see if that'll do it, or retest down into 396 and then bounce up. So I'd be looking for some bullishness down around 395, 396. I think it's going to be a really good level. That's the scenario to the downside, is just let it drop. If this thing really hammers, then cool. It would have to have a strong catalyst to make that happen. In my opinion, as soon as the bears commit below 404, it's about time for them to get squeezed out. And I think that's what's going to help move us to that 430 mark in the markets. Scenario number two is we go ahead and start rotating back up bullish. If that's the case, I'm going to keep an eye out for 422. That should be a place that the bears push us back down to, and then maybe get bought back up and head up to 430. So that could be another scenario that we are looking at. Very, very possible that we could be doing that. Honestly, who knows where this thing's going to go? Don't try to predict where this thing's happening. Just, again, scenario number one, scenario number two, and just see which one plays out, and then that's what you'll do. So if you're like, okay, well, let me just buy puts right now. It's like, that's a hard play. Let me just buy calls. Again, it's just you're trying to predict something that you don't really know. Don't predict. You need to wait and let these markets show you what it's going to do, and then you just set up your trade based off of that, okay? So now we've got the Qs. The Qs are rampaging. We were consolidating for a long time. There was your bear move. Full retesting. Full trap, and then it retested and got bought up again. Qs are sitting at the weekly 100 SMA. In fact, we might be a smidge above it now. It's possible that we start to pull back lower, but at this point, I just don't see why we wouldn't squeeze on the Qs up to this 335 mark, or maybe a little bit of a pullback down to 332.50 and then bounce. Qs look extremely strong at the moment, and I'm not quite sure they're done going higher. So it's been a slow grind higher. If anything, we probably come back to the 10 EMA and then get going again. But this move is pretty strong to the bull side. If it closes pretty bearish today, that would be a decent trap. I just don't really see much downside short term right now unless a catalyst comes in. We do have the debt ceiling debacle going on right now, and that could be something to move these markets. But in the meantime, I just know I have my solid support around 315. I've got an amazing spot at 308. That is the unfilled gap down here that it would be amazing for this thing to get to. At the moment, I just have to see what the charts are showing me, and the charts right now are saying, why not go straight to 330? That makes the most sense to me at the moment. So there's your little quick market update, my friends. Let me know if you have any other tickers. Leave them in the comments below of things that you would like me to look at. This is an incredibly boring market. I do believe volatility is going to come in later on this week with the debt ceiling talks, and with the options expiring this Friday is going to move the markets. If it doesn't, then I'm not really sure how much longer we're going sideways on. Extremely boring. This is a time to be patient, to sit back, not do a whole lot, and just wait. Wait for your opportunities. And right now, if you try to predict what's happening and saying, oh, it's going to go bullish, or this is bearish, and you're using some small time frame, it's probably going to trap you, and there's a good chance you're going to lose. So in this market, be very patient. Just wait. Mark out your key levels. Mark out the areas where it should happen, and then wait and trade until when we get around these areas, and you'll be a lot more successful. Hope this helps. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you later this week.